That's why it's so important for every human being to understand what happened to you. Because what happened to you when you were little, even before you were able to process it, is what dictates your behavior and your decisions, your choices, the way your brain operates in later life. And that is true for every person. That's why that's the most important question you can ask, particularly when things aren't not going the way that you want.
Right.
Is not, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
It's, I wonder what happened to him.
Exactly.
And this is what everybody needs to know, particularly about younger children. And that's why the 0 to 2 years old is so important, is that even though those children don't understand language, they understand energy and vibration.
Absolutely.
They are responding to
Absolutely.
tone, intonation, the noise around them. That's why sometimes you go to touch a baby and they're like, ah.
Oh, exactly.
Because they're responding to your
to you.
to your energy.
You know, they can look at sleeping infants, and if parents are arguing in a different room, there's a physiological change in the baby's internal responses.
Really?
They literally are perceiving the fight even though they're asleep and the parents are in a different room. Your brain is continually absorbing, as you say, the environment, the atmosphere around you.
And the reason why it is so crucial, 0 to 2, 0 to 6, those early years, is because that's when we have the greatest growth in our learning ability, right?
Exactly. It's a little bit like the construction of a skyscraper, that 80% of the effort goes into the superstructure and the wiring and the plumbing and everything else. And all of that's done. The foundational stuff is done. And now you're 3 years old and you haven't put in carpeting and you haven't selected what's going to go on the walls, but the foundational capabilities of that building are in place.
And so I can't emphasize enough, if you didn't get what you needed, and it doesn't mean that you were not in a loving environment, because I've, over the years, interviewed multiple people from the same family. Somebody felt that, you know, that's why you end up arguing with your sisters and brothers about what went on, because they're saying, but mom and dad were this, and you go, but that wasn't my experience. And if you didn't get what you needed, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
So I think a lot of people may think, well, it's too late for me. I'll live with this pain for the rest of my life.